Everybody, welcome back to the Queen City Clash. We're here, losers bracket round 3, Alvernia against Penn State. I'm here with Blurst Seamus to my right and Steven to my left from the University of Michigan. Going to be casting this one, and we're heading over to Ilios. What are we looking out for from these two teams? Alvernia coming off a close loss to the University of Cincinnati Red team just a few minutes ago.
Judging by these lineups, I think we're going to be looking at a Queen versus Mauga. We'll see in about 5 seconds. But Penn State favoring their DPS player playing the Mauga. Yep, here it is. And their tank player playing the Mei. In a swap we've seen all tournament, and we still haven't really seen an explanation for.
Yeah, I think the Mauga will be solid here on this point. It'll be more interesting to see what they do on these other, the other 2 points that are more dive-centric.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally this is like a good Queen or Winston map. I think the Mauga should be solid. It really just comes down to, like, is it worth putting your tank player on DPS?
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see the Optimal Genji coming out here from Alvernia. We saw it a couple times in the earlier games in this tournament, and it looked really good. Bryson going in early, trying to find out set on the Venture. Set going quickly underground here.
Yeah, the Kiryu's TP there. Feels like that puts them in a bad position. We'll see. Shout out, Mauga low, yeah.
Bryson should die here. Optimal looking for the punish, not able to find it quite yet.
Oh, good swing. Oh no, yeah, Queen in the small room. I don't like that pin on the Venture. That feels very bait. And the Kiriko pause.
Oh, going into a quick pause here.
Yeah, the pin on the Venture there seems like very bad, especially because the Venture can just go underground, and then the Kiriko TP's in, and the Venture came back in, and their team collapsed.
Yeah, especially that as a first choice to start out the fight. You've already burned your main engage and your exit, so you're already in a poor position.
Yeah, and you saw there Alvernia just surrounded them and took all of the space.
Yeah, I mean, the more I look at it, Alvernia's comp seems very difficult for the Mauga to play into.
Yeah.
The only real pin target is the tank, and the Queen should be able to sustain, like another powerful sustain tank, much harder to just blow up. I really don't like the Mauga, unless the Mei can find very solid walls. And harkening back to yesterday, we saw the Mei tends to wall defensively.
Yes.
And
again, the only wall target you're going to find is still the tank.
Yeah, it's the Queen.
This is looking like a very good comp, comp read for Alvernia.
Yeah, we'll see if,
heading back in here, Alvernia is able to take first control.
Yeah, they play up here. They don't want to let him through the choke.
Doesn't look like it.
I would have liked to see the Zarya here.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to poke the Mauga. Can't swing around this corner to poke out the Queen. It's a very difficult position.
Akioto finding the early kill onto the Venture, though. That's going to be huge. And there's
huge
the big wall.
That is exactly what they need.
Wall was perfect from Winston.
Right as the Queen was looking to back up. They just got to, I mean, they're getting good point progress here. They're stalling.
They're going to take up to about 35%.
I mean, sometimes you just need your
36,
Soj.
that was so close.
You can play around your Soj, I guess, and look for first picks, but unless the Mei is getting consistent walls, which, I mean, they just did, I still don't think the comp is consistent.
And depending on the speed that they're able to go to, Akioto's going to find it very difficult to get those first picks, but Seth immediately find a pick on, and Bryson goes down right away.
I wonder what happened there.
We're just seeing DPS trade first picks before fights are even really starting.
Absolutely.
It's very hard to get a read on what is actually happening.
Optimal taking up close to his Dragon Blade here. Looks like Alvernia is going to have the first go at all their ultimates. Kiriko rush out from toggling is probably going to be their opener here alongside the Blade. I'm curious if they realize that Quinn doesn't have beat yet. Toad able to pick up Winston early, though, and here comes the Blade.
Mashed by the rush, but it looks like this is going to be a clean fight for Alvernia, and they're down the rush. How does the Mei get first pick there?
Production, throw it to replay.
That's a great ult trade for Alvernia there. Blade for rush, and they won the fight.
Exactly.
And rush early here, and there's nothing to match.
They go fast into the spawn room. Toad's still holding onto that Carnage. Akioto with the overclock's able to find the punish, though. They're trade out on the tanks, but Akioto is still running in with this overclock. Set is going to go down, too, and this should be a fight win for Penn State.
And I think that was such a good look from Alvernia, but the bell just cut the momentum dead in their tracks, and they were able to kill the tank quickly.
And now the ult advantage swings back to Penn State. We're going to have Blizzard and Mauga Cage online here.
That should be a fight win. That should be a clean fight win. But they might want to greed it and not stack, because the other team's at 90. Alvernia's at 95.
This is a good. I like this.
that.
I like this from Bryson.
And you still get to save the Blizzard for another fight? Ideally,
I don't know if I like this, though. Oh, I don't know if I like this. Bryson goes in early, and Optimal's able to find the kill.
A good wall from Wanston, but it's not enough. Oh, I really like that cage. That was such a good opening. Save your Blizzard, but...
Agreed.
What a move!
Incredible move from
Oh
Quinn.
my god.
The season will save the queen now.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not able to find the kill, but that was an incredible play. It does give Penn State a chance to get back into this fight, though.
Total go down. Bryson's low, though.
They kill the tank. Everybody low. Your Soch needs to kill the Lucio here. Oh.
Optimal able to find these resets and cleanups, and that should be the map unless Wanston's able to get back in here. Bryson over onto the Doomfist just to get back to the point in time, but Quinn goes down, and so does Wanston, and that should be it once they clean up this Doomfist.
I mean, what a play from Penn State's Lucio Quinn, but unfortunately, Kiriko Bell tends to negate the first good play of every fight, as they would say. Wow.
Round one going to Alvernia, and as we head back over onto this next round of Ilios, we will see Lighthouse. No. Well, yes.
Which does have a lighthouse.
Yeah,
Hey, look, it's got the big tower on the right side. I got confused. That's my bad.
Are they staying on this Doom? Winston onto the Reaper. This is something we're much more familiar with. Seems to be his pocket pick. Arissa. I like this. Actually, I like this comp a lot more. I think the stability of the Arissa into the Queen could be very big here. Where the Malgit really just blows up, the Arissa can really soak a lot of the pressure. And as long as they hold up in these chokes, the Genji is going to have difficulty finding the back line because the Queen won't be able to walk up.
And the Spear helps you much more effectively mitigate the Queen's engages. However, if he dies that fast, it's not going to matter.
That is triple cooldowns, but a shout out to the Alvernia Queen. This is not really what you want to see from your Arissa. You need to pace out those cooldowns. Good damage from the Reaper.
Set's going into the backline here. Reaper's going to find it very difficult to get out of this. TP is good, but Toad's able to find him anyway. And Alvernia should be taking over this first fight. Optimal able to find on the big bomb.
Genji is. Oh, a boop.
will go down.
The Quinn Lucio is actually finding some incredible boops this game, but really doesn't seem to matter.
The optimal Genji is an incredible weapon.
Yes. I think they need to scout the Queen rotation better so they can set up their Orisa. Their Orisa took all of the damage before they could even stuff the choke.
Yeah.
And let the Queen surround them.
Bryson again down to about half HP before the fight really even gets started. Toad's used shout already, forced to back up a little bit. Wanston trying to poke in at the point. Wall's out early, and that's going to allow the Queen's Toad to go in pretty much for free.
Use a shout and Axe with no connection though. Genji low in the back, but they rush and stabilize.
Ultimate's coming online here for Penn State.
Oh, what a wall!
Here. The wall is...
What a move! A great engage from Penn State.
Now the rush comes out, and this should be Penn State cleaning up.
They should only need to use this rush to clean up this fight. Optimal goes down. Set's got his ultimate, but shouldn't use it here. And this should just be a stall.
Oh no!
Set's able to find Akioto though.
I don't think it'll matter.
Oh, that might matter. Two exit picks, and the Lucio lives. And they stalled it to 60. They need to kill this Queen quickly. Oh.
And they're not going to be able to. Bryson's going to...
That is potentially the worst case outcome that you can get with a fight win. Some of these characters, like the Venture, even at 1 health, can completely turn a fight.
Dueling DPS ults here for Set and Akioto. Akioto on the overclock is not able to find Set. Neither DPS ults finding much. Gusty with the beat too. Both beats out actually. And Dragon Blade out for Optimal as this beat closes down. Looking for Lucio here. The Suzu is
great peel.
Oh, he's even better. Anti-nade even.
Oh, it's the queen ult.
Oh, the queen ult.
I felt the same way. I'm like, where did the honor come from?
Like,
Oh, that was such great peel from Penn State, but the queen really seals the fight there. They're gonna have one more fight to really. Oh, this is a big stagger. They're gonna have one more fight to contest this point. What else are we looking at here?
Looking at maybe the Kiriko rush.
Oh,
and
no.
that's a late kill from Toggling, and that's going to be that's a disaster.
Yep. I'm holding up here with Kyriel, just like what they're doing.
Don't let him get it. Don't let him get a catch for free.
Rushes out now. Wanston's able to find Set, but
Honestly, fine.
as soon as Alvernia is able to find a kill here, this isn't going to be a good situation.
Lucio touches. Lucio touches. I think Alvernia should look to clean up a fight here and look to Lucio die. That's exactly what you want.
Kiriko going down.
2 on point now. Maybe they could turn around now.
They do. Penn State does flip the point. Gusty's able to find Wanston though. Set barely held out of the ground there for a minute, but Bryson's not able to find the closing kill there.
Oh, boop!
Win boops Toad under the map.
His third big boop of the map.
Can Bryson survive until Kira gets back?
Yes.
There.
The Lucio should look to trade out on the Kiriko there. I think Gusty might be playing a little too defensively, but they managed to kill the Kiriko regardless.
Set finds Big Bomb, and they're clicking up to an ultimate here. There it is, and they should close it out.
A bit of a scary fight for Alvernia. I think letting a few too many fish slip the net out of spawn, but overall, pretty convincing performance.
Yeah,
Really good.
That queen comp looks very strong.
Consistently, Alvernia was able to just out-comp whatever Penn State was doing.
See the dueling DPS picks on second point were quite impressive. That was the fight. Without the bell, I think that turns completely differently.
And we're going to close out to a break here. We'll be back in just a minute for map 2 of this Losers Bracket series. We'll see you just a second. Welcome back, everybody. We're going into map 2 of Alvernia, Penn State, and we will be headed over onto Hybrid, onto Kings Row, the best map in the entire game.
I'll side eye you on that one.
Yeah, me too.
one of my least favorite, actually.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know about that,
Junkrat.
but
I didn't know that was a hot take. Please elaborate.
I feel like, I didn't play a lot of Overwatch 1. I'm a new gen Overwatch player, unfortunately.
Oh, that explains
But I get it. The Rhine Zarya, the classic, the mirror. What characters get played today on Kings Row? Junkrat, Hanzo, Venture. It's a slugfest. It's a
So
very.
you claim it is a dishonest map?
I think it hides behind its Overwatch 1 reputation.
Ah, okay.
I think
I
the
can get
things
behind
you
that.
the things you see played today would make Reinhardt of Overwatch 1 shudder.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll see.
Yep. And
Okay,
here's
the
the
Zarya.
Zarya,
This
as
is what
we
we've been
expected.
expecting.
Winston back over onto the Winston back over onto the tank, going to bring up the Zarya for Penn State. Bryson will be rotating over to the May.
Yeah, I like this Hanakiri. This is one of my favorite comps on Kings Row. Your Ana is generally very safe. It's hard to walk because of all the different corridors, which means your Kiriko can play aggressively with your Sojourn, and you can take high ground, various stuff like that. But it requires your Kiriko to be very proactive and pretty aggressive. So we'll see how
See
Quinn
how
plays
Alvernia
this.
responds.
Alvernia looking like they're going to come out onto the Ramatra Brawl. Optimal going to be looking for an opening shot here. Not likely to find anything.
Yeah. That's good discipline from Penn State. Holding. Good swap. Nice. I like the ramp. I think that is arguably the best brawl pick in this Zarya.
And rather than the Sojourn or the Genji, anything like that, Optimal will be selecting the Ashe.
Oh, they're playing
Which is
Sim.
interesting. And Set will be sticking onto the
High
Sim.
ground here.
The whole team is rotating. Oh, this is really good. Now the ram has point. Shield.
Winston and Bryson going to be rotating out through Hotel, trying to find something onto the Alvernia back line. Almost able to find out Gusty, but Gusty's able to get away just in time.
Low.
Forcing him out. It's hard to get value as May into a ram. He has too many ways to basically stall.
Akioto's able to find Set, and Winston gets the kill onto Toad. That Zarya ticking up towards 100 charge now. Optimal!
Oh, that is a very big pick. An exit frag. They already have a one tick on the point, and the Ashe is going to be slow to come back. This is
Yeah, no way to speed back the May here.
probably the worst person to die. All right, he got the exit frag.
He's able to delay their offense coming
Alvernia
back
gonna
out.
look to go fast here before the May gets back.
Just
May
look at
is
the
back
Zarya
just
his
now.
block.
Winston keeping that charge on Zarya.
a good
Excellent
wall.
Oh,
wall,
what a
but
TP.
even better TP from Set.
Oh,
The grab is big though.
but a good shield besides the sim dying.
The rushes will match. I don't know about that. Toad was low with no form.
Yeah, I think Alvernia actually got enough out there to just take that fight loss and come in with the rush for the next one. But this full charge Zarya is just terrifying.
Once he
Really
gets
gotta
that
be
perk with
disciplined
the
forcing these
over-penetrate
bubbles.
as well into this brawl, it's going to be very difficult for Alvernia to push into this.
I don't like this sim. I feel like they're not playing around it to justify having it over something else like
And Bryson is in trouble over on the left side in Hotel. He's able to get out though. The Nano saves him, and he's able to pick up 2 quick kills onto Gusty and Set. Finds a third.
Penn State is doing such a good job letting them in, using one ultimate, winning a decisive fight. Another exit frag though.
And Akioto did use his overclock at the end of that fight, so Penn
Oh.
State will be just heading into this next engagement with the Blizzard. Alvernia coming in with the Simwall, Ramatra, and the Lucio beat. So
The beat ram ult should be enough to sustain your ram through the blizzard. We'll see though.
Blizzard out early. Toad does get stopped, but the Suzu's able to save him, and the beat comes in. Optimal
that's a
finds
clean
Optimal
fight.
finds 2, and this should be a really clean one for Alvernia.
Set goes down.
I think you need the wall for the blizzard there to really trap the ram. Otherwise, the Kiriko
Yeah.
Bell plus his form is just too easy to live. But honestly, if you're Penn State, you're still happy with that. It was a solid defense. You're coming back up on grab. If you can win a fight and then hold up here, you're in fantastic position.
The Archway hold on Kings Row can drain this time bank way down really fast if they're able to find something.
Yeah.
However, Alvernia does have the ultimates to be able to break out of this. Toggling is going to have Suzu here coming up in just a minute, or have Rush coming up here in just a minute.
They look for long here.
Grab out
Grab is
early.
in.
big grab, but
It is
Zarya
big, but
walked
they're
up
not,
far enough.
they're not able to get there, and the wall is...
Big ram all. When the rush comes out there too, but Optimal will go down.
3 ults used on the side of Alvernia to break out of that.
Yeah, but they responded with 2 ults from Penn State. I don't like that rush. I feel like another example of being able to come back in it. Oh, that grab, it's very hard. It was a good grab, but Penn State has no Genji, no Tracer, nothing to follow up around the corner. So the Zarya can't safely walk past the Ram.
Winston's out of bubbles now, but the nano boost is this is going to be a
Huge play from their Ana here, big
Yes,
bump.
absolutely.
Gets the nade kill and stabilizes the Zarya with nano. I mean, Alvernia used rush.
the sleep from Big Bum. Optimal's not able to get out.
I feel like I'm not liking these rushes. I feel like teams are overcommitting on them, or they're committing them after the fight is lost.
You saw that there. It was rush right as I think a member of Alvernia fell.
Yeah, and then into the nano as well. Like,
There's the
ooh, it's a good
CCP on the high
rotation.
ground. I like that.
They go fast here.
Oh, the
They
bait.
baited it out.
Oh, this is
Coming behind
massive.
onto the back line.
Right there.
You can find him too here. Akioto
Sleep
falls.
comes out. Ana's one.
That is a beautiful set play from Alvernia.
Now the high charge sim able to come through, and Set's able to clean up the rest of this fight, and that'll be checkpoint 2 for Alvernia.
That is the big weakness of this Ana comp, is the Ana cannot be in danger. That was a beautiful setup onto the Ana. Sitting duck. Without the Lucio or the Juno to speed her out, there's just no way to live there.
That's the sort of creativity you'll need if you want to make the sim work here.
That's exactly it. Maybe the first or second play we've really seen the sim like prove her worth. Okay, so the Soj has the E.
Yep.
Penn State's gonna rush in here. It's a big nade. Not able to follow up
I
though.
don't like this rush. They're rushing it around their corner instead of Alvernia's corner, which
Alvernia
leaves
with
it basically
Felicia's just
unusable.
able to kite it really easily, and now they come back in with the sim. Akioto's able to find the sim though.
It's a nice shot.
Beautiful. Both Soj have the
The
disruptor
overclock.
E, which into these hard for all comps. Oh, beautiful Blizzard. Oh, the Nano though.
Nano onto Zarya again, and that should be an
enough.
easy cleanup. Every fight they have that, it's easy. Winston's staying at least 80 charge.
Nano Zarya on King's Row should just be the dagger. But that's both of the no support ults on the side of Penn State.
Are still holding onto Akioto's overclock, and Gusty did use beat in that fight, so this overclock needs to be big from Akioto.
They have no beat for grab or overclock, so either of those ults could find enormous value. An early form from Toad, just looking to hold this corner probably.
Rush out from toggling, and the grab should be out now. There it is. Overclock with it as well. Optimal able to find the kill onto Bryson, though. The
Alvernia able to stabilize through the overclock grab.
The overclock from Akioto finds nothing, and now
No ults on the board.
Alvernia is going to be able to rush all the way through this. And then Winston, no bubbles, he goes down, but Quinn's able to find Set. It is an even fight now, but Penn State is down
Gotta
by a
wipe fast
tank.
here before Winston comes back.
Exactly.
That's what they'll do.
I feel like the Ana is finding big value, but there's just no stability in the front line. This is why Ram is so scary into Zarya. His ability to just move in on a cooldown and not really feel any threat, whereas the Zarya has to measure out her bubbles. Yes, the damage is immense, but Ram can just block. So it really just feels like Penn State is having difficulty containing the Ram when he wants to walk.
Would you say they should match Ram?
I mean, ideally, I think the Ram match is better, but like they are a Zarya team, they must have an answer for the Ram. This is no way. This is the first time they've encountered the Ram.
I wonder if you could look to go for a Juno or a Lucio here. Juno was banned, or Lucio to try to.
Well, they went
speed
Lucio
your
at the
back
end.
line out.
I like that. The other thing is, I feel like their Kiriko could be getting more aggressive. I want to see a Genji and a flanker, like a Genji Kiriko combo. You can play the Sojan main with Zarya or a slight off angle. And then you have the Genji Kiriko, because this map is impossible to pin down a flex DPS if he wants to be like a rat. Right?
Yeah.
Hell, you could even go Junkrat. But I think you need something that the Kiriko can play with. And it looks like they're going to go Lucio, but something the Kiriko can play with to justify this kind of map pick. And that, in turn, is going to relieve a lot of pressure off the Zarya. because 5 people won't be able to just clump around them and run them over.
We will see Bryson go over onto the Thera here, and that may accomplish exactly what you were saying.
I like the Pharaoh. I like any burst flex DPS that gives them another dimension to play around is going to be very powerful.
And Big Bum will stick onto the Ana for the Ana Lucio backline. Lucio give the Ana a little more mobility to stay out of way of Set's teleports.
Should help the Ram with the Zarya with Kite as well when they're low on bubbles or health.
I like these adjustments from Penn State.
Optimal on the Ashe though.
Optimal immediately falling low. They're trying to find a
Bryson
mouse.
somehow lives there.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to find a way to knock this Ashe off height, because once the Ashe is forced into the corner, the Pharah has free reign, but as it stands right now, the Pharah is gonna have difficulties walking up. I like this. The Pharah should look to swing now.
Winston
The
walking
Ashe
around
is
that
getting
corner.
forced out.
Optimal forced over to this other side high ground.
Optimal's
Winston's
gonna
able to
have to go
find
all the way
Set, so
over
it's a
there.
big opening. However, their main support, Big Bum, goes down. Winston able to find the
Winston trades
Kiriko
the
though.
flex support though.
If he goes down there, it's really bad, and they're losing out their Zarya. That's most of the damage. They still have
The
Akioto
Ram
on the
is still
field.
alive as well, hiding in this corner. The double DPS, they need to be careful. The Ram, oh my, the Ram is hiding.
They can play for
And he can look
late
for a
recontest
pincer,
here.
a
This is
recontest.
going to be a really good recontest if they don't find him out soon enough, and it doesn't look like they've done it yet.
It looks like they have no idea.
How did,
Optimal re-entering, and they've found out the Ram now. That's a big sleep antsy. He's going to be able to hold live. No.
Wow, the Ana basically saved the fight there. Ana into Ram is actually pretty hard. You can just basically nade the Ram and walk away, and it really reduces his ability to play as aggressively as he'd like to. Kiriko just looking to
looks like
stagger
they're gonna
something.
stagger.
Yeah, now Penn State nearly with all 5 ults online going into this next fight. It's going to be very difficult for Alvernia to pin them into this archway if they even have an opportunity to do
Yeah.
that.
I'm interested to see how they distribute their nano, because when we watched Penn State previously on this map against Champlain, I believe, on the final fight they looked to nano the Zarya grab. I don't want that. I want to see them nano the Pharah for the barrage.
Yeah.
A nano Zarya, unless you're stabilizing, doesn't really. It's just more damage.
Yeah.
The nano barrage adds like a layer of survivability.
There's the grab coming out, no nano layered
Just
with
on
it.
the
Oh, good nade.
Nade onto Toad.
Toad looks like they'll be able to kite that.
A good TP out, but notice that Toad still doesn't have ult. So if I'm Penn State, I'm looking for an angle now before they can stabilize.
Barrage is almost online. They do nano the Zarya in full charge.
Toad is
However,
low.
2 kills found. The Penn State backline goes out immediately. The Zarya is going to have to get a lot of work done.
They force
It's
the
a big
beat.
beat. And they find the Ashe here.
Ashe probably dies here. Oh,
Oh, somehow.
oh wow.
Bryson's able to get around the corner, get out. What Optimal finds him.
Impressive map knowledge there, though. But this is what I mean about the Nano Zarya. He went in, supports vanished, no value. Zarya is such a linear tank. It's very easy to remove the value of the Nano.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see the nano come out on the Pharah.
This is going to have to be a naked barrage from Bryson, and you're going to have to keep an eye out for where Optimal is.
Yeah. I mean, still, Naked Barrage a lot better now with the introduction of perks, where Pharah, basically every Pharah taking it, where the Pharah can, as we see here, can move during the barrage.
Winston's gonna
but
get
a good
Bryson
wall.
runs out of bubbles, and
That'll
that's
be
a
that.
good opening kill. This should be just a fight win.
They look to get out here.
And now
Yeah.
they have an opportunity to hold close.
Yep, this is the arch we were talking about. This is a very difficult thing to break, but with the Pharah, it should be a little easier than normal. Yeah,
Card is all the
they don't
way
want to
back.
force
It
it
looks
too
like they're
much.
not gonna hold that.
They got a bubble or 2 out. It's fine. I'm curious to see what they can get with Overclock here. Like, I want my Soj swinging. This is like one of the advantages of having the Kiriko. The Soj could go top there, and it's basically impossible to dislodge them. The Far can just play main.
Akioto's still just playing main now. Rushed in from toggling. This is going to be a big The dodge comes out, not able to find anything,
Toad
but
will
forces
live.
Toad down really low. Akioto finds
Perfect
Optimal,
angle.
and Quinn's able to walk on Gusty.
This is what I mean by the Soj finding the
trades.
angle. The Soj was able to go top and wrap around, and it's such a powerful position. Oh, and they managed to hold on to the overclock as well.
Yes, they did.
So I don't know
The
if
trades-
Alvernia might be able to contest this
Yeah.
with
So
the
the
Sim
trades late in
TP.
the fight from Alvernia are going to enable them to come and contest this.
They have beat though to
Winston's gonna try-
stabilize. This
oh,
is
Yep, there they are.
by-
They're definitely
oh,
gonna get a touch
Winston's
here.
got to leave. Winston's got to leave.
Lanson's got to lead, but he does have the grab. Oh, they're down. They're down 2
Yeah,
though.
they are
still.
down to those exit kills.
Yeah,
Enabled Alvernia
yeah.
to retake it.
I feel like these exit kills are often going in the favor of Alvernia.
And a no grab here again. The beat is able to negate that into
A huge nade.
Good nade, good nade.
Overclock as well. Looks like they'll be able to clean up and take this point.
Yep, for sure. It's a clean fight, but that is 3 ults from the side of Penn State, but 2 from the side of Alvernia. So really not a horrible outcome.
It's a solid trade for Penn State, I think.
Yeah.
I don't mind over-ulting to cap a point.
Exactly, especially on King's Row, you never know where you're going to end up getting full held.
They have enough time to charge all those ults back up.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to start seeing the tier 2 perks come online now. Oh, we saw the Pharah pull there, force out the sim. Pharah's tier 2 perk, the concussive pull, becomes essentially a mini Zarya ult, which just gives so much flexibility to the character.
It's an older Orisa pull on a shorter cooldown, and she's flying around.
Quite frightening. Penn State with really good control right now. DPS set up on alternate high grounds, and Alvernia doesn't really have any ults to break. Oh, they have Bob. A potential Bob to break out here, but I think Penn State is coming up on some better ults. We're looking at the barrage,
a good teleport. Maybe. It's a good teleport from Seth. They're going to be able to get onto the Penn State
they have some
backline.
angles now. And Big Bone goes down. That's huge.
Set falls. The Bob is
deep.
In a weird location. Penn State's just going to be able to push forward and completely not even worry about that. Ooh,
oh!
What optimal?
Bryson gets caught.
Bryson peeks up a little too far, gets caught by that Bob.
They're getting trades here, but Alvernia should be able to stabilize.
Yep. The Ram is, in these kind of very messy fights, the Ram really shines, where he basically doesn't have to worry about his health in the way that Zarya does. I know. It feels like these hit scans are trading out some very good flanks and finding angles that maybe shouldn't be there. And maybe that's the power of the sim for Alvernia.
Absolutely.
Because that looked like a basically impossible hold to get out of, and they just slipped right past it.
Penn State coming into this fight with a Grav Barrage, though, and no support ults online for Alvernia. They do have the sim wall
as well.
They do have the sim wall, which might be able to enable them to negate it a little bit, but we'll see how big this grab is.
Oh.
Wanston, if he is
low.
able to get out of this corner.
They have the nano now. Look for grab nano barrage.
The big thing is, as long as the Ram can eat the grav,
nano Zarya, they're gonna look.
What are they looking
Sim wall
for
comes
here?
out. There's the grab. The barrage is only able to find 1. That's a huge combo. That's 3 ults, and they've only gotten 1 kill to show for it. 2 now.
Sim walks up a little too far. I think they didn't realize their wall was falling so quickly. But the Kiriko can live here now.
Yeah, and it's like you said earlier, the nano Zarya, the backline just vanishes.
It's
There's
linear,
nobody
the
for
backline
her to
vanishes,
shoot.
and then your Pharah dies in barrage. Whereas if you nano the Pharah there,
They may still be able
They're
to
on
complete
point
this.
though. The Ram is there with full health. They're gonna have to find a way to burst the Ram.
Here comes the overclock from Akioto. This
The
needs to be
backline.
big to try and clean
Oh, if the
this, but
overclock
he's not
dies
gonna be
here.
able to find it, but he
I
gets
think
a
he
big
buys
reset.
go
enough
down.
time.
There we
Yeah.
go. Excellent use of the overclock there from Akioto. He's able to buy just enough time for his team to complete the map. And they complete with time, I believe, so it will be overtime fight now between
Very
Penn State
similar
and
time
Alvernia.
banks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Penn State. I love the Pharah adjustment. I think that was fantastic. I would love to see them change the way they use their nano, but they seem to be very. I mean, the Zarya's the carry, and there is something to be said about letting the Zarya run wild with abandon. In which case, I think your teammates need to be a little more careful during those fights because you need to play around the nano Zarya at that point.
Yes.
Either way, though.
You can have Akioto still over on the sides trying to find another bit of damage in, but most of the team needs to be centered around that Zarya.
Playing around with stuff in spawn, I'm assuming they just roll out on the same thing.
Yeah.
The
Alvernia are gonna play the Mei Soge.
I'm gonna say we do see
defense.
Set going off of that sim and onto a more typical pick on the Sojourn.
I think that's fair. You're just looking to win 1.5 fights here. You don't need to do anything fun with the TP. You just want solid damage. Optimal on the Mei is going to be able to control that left room.
Look for a wall in the Zarya as well.
So he hasn't shown himself yet.
He's looking for a wall in hotel, but they're not going
Oh,
that
they just
way.
hit it.
Set's
Goes
able to
down.
find Wanston
Bubbles are
immediately.
forced.
They just need to be careful here not to let the Pharah or the Soch get a pick. Okay, a good cleanup. A good cleanup. So it looks like Optimal's going to be looking for the same wall. This is looking like final fight here, with basically no ults on either team. That was such a fast fight. I really like this Mei ram into the Zarya.
It is really good.
Offers you a lot of angles to punish.
Yes.
I don't think
Optimal's
they
still
know.
waiting in hotel, but if they don't rotate that way, they're not going to have to deal with it.
Akioto is going on the high ground.
He might just walk onto the back line.
He did.
Oh,
Ooh,
big
a
sleep from
nice sleep from Big Bum. Are they
Bum.
going to be able to capitalize?
I don't think so.
No, Ice Block is there.
Oh, but Seth
Optimal's
forced out.
Optimal's
Seth.
able to wall in Winston.
Winston's low. Winston will go down.
Zarya falls, and that's
Just look
most
at
of the damage out for Penn State.
Oh, but
Akioto's
the
able to
Kiri goes
find
down.
one, but he's gonna find it difficult to get anything else.
So
But
Penn State is
Alvernia with
able
the tank
to.
advantage here should.
Oh,
Ram can do so much.
Alvernia able to get back onto the point. They're on the ball now. What are we looking at ults here? Barrage first to come online. They need to make something happen with this. But the
Toad
bar is
almost
all the way in the back.
Oh, they almost C9.
Drops in Barrage, takes out the
Kill
tank.
onto Toad.
Perfect.
It's
That's
a worthy
exactly what you
trade.
need.
Penn
Yep.
State should be able to close out this point now. Unless
Look for the Mei, look for the
Set's
Mei.
clicking up to his ultimate. The rush is online for toggling, but he's probably not going to rip it here.
Yeah, and that should be Penn State capping.
A clean fight for Penn State, but now they're forced to think, do they want to stick on the ball and lose alt, or are they going to go back to the Zarya but be at 0?
Looks like they're going back. to
They should
spawn.
be. They should be going back to the Zarya. Yes.
This is dangerous now, though. I feel like without the grav to negate the ram ult, the ram might just be able to walk over the Zarya here with the rush. They're gonna have to definitely look to nano Zarya here, because they have no other ults. They need to keep the Zarya up through the danger period.
Yes.
Alvernia looks like they're holding far back here, not gonna try and hold at the arch.
Perhaps they're looking for time for their tracer to get behind.
Rush in
there's
from
the
toggling
rush.
to open.
He was asleep on the overclock.
The overclock was slept in the back line. That's enormous. Set to back up now.
Zarya,
Optimal able to find
Toad with
Twin.
the Annihilation. Should be able to get a lot of value, and it looks like that will be Alvernia cleaning up. But if you're Penn State, you're not too mad about that. Capping first with only a minute. Now you just have to win 2 fights.
This is very winnable, especially if they're able to keep their Zarya momentum. I think the defense could look a lot better for them. I don't know. I feel like their Ana is doing a lot, but as a whole, like their comp just seems to crumble in these very messy fights because of the Rams' ability to just live that extra cooldown cycle longer.
Yeah.
Some like it, Bob.
Some do. I've heard.
Who are we to judge?
All right, what are we? We're seeing the same comps roll out here, except Bryson on the Mei. It's the dueling Meis. Oh, we're seeing all sorts of swaps. Never mind. But the core tank versus Zarya should remain the same.
Yes.
That's really the dynamic that is deciding this match.
Set. I wonder if Set's gonna roll out on the Symmetra for attack again here.
Probably will. I mean, it'll allow. If you find a really good TP, it could give you that first fight win for free. Oh.
Yeah, and it allows you to skip past the Mei, which they must at least be suspicious of.
Oh, I think they're fully expecting that. Unless. No, not the Hanzo.
I like this in here. I like this in
Yes.
here. They seem very practiced on it. Very like London-esque Spitfires.
Yes, yes. So again, there's the first
to high
TP, a
ground.
good rotation.
I'd like to see them almost swing more decisively here. Look at where the Ana is right now. This is a very awkward position. Where does she want to rotate? Looks like they're going into the hotel.
They're gonna flip map.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're going hotel now. They're still waiting a bit too long for my taste. Now Toad's dropped on next to the phone booth.
Zarya managed to pick up a lot of charge and should have been a pretty normal fight.
Set will go
Set
down.
goes down right away.
Toad is low. Just try to get out here, play for another fight.
It's a clean fight. It's a clean fight from Penn State. I'm a little. Oh, they got the Ana though. Oh, that could be a massive exit pick from Gusty. Without the
Trying
flex
to go
support,
fast here.
Yep.
they're just
They're
gonna
going
speed
in
straight
fast.
to point. Penn State
Ana
has
will
no
be back
ultimates.
soon.
They're forced to play from Archway.
The Ana getting sped back by the Lucio, but
They are gonna get some space off of that pick.
Zarya, both bubbles forced, but already at full charge. They might be able to come back in here with almost have nano.
Alvernia with full control of the point because of that exit pick, but this Nano Zarya is going to be huge. Can they build it up before the
They
point
might just
gets
let them
capped,
cap
though?
point.
Yeah, they're not able to contest. Quinn was too late on the touch. They tried, but it wasn't
Just
enough.
play for Arch here. I like that decision.
Yeah, they
You
need to
have
be
Nano
careful.
Zarya here, and no ults for Alvernia. Just stabilize Nano Zarya.
We're in the OT. They almost have grab. They probably just want to hold this corner so they can have grab and get a decisive fight win.
Yeah, they're gonna get ults first, it looks like.
Yes, but
almost have
Alvernia is
rush.
not too far behind. They've got their
They'll have
rush.
beat
They've
to
got their
match it.
overclock.
But it's a huge
One,
kill on
the
Optimal.
Optimal goes down, and Akioto with a huge opening kill.
Alvernia
There's
have to
the
look
Nano
for
onto the
trades here.
Zarya.
But yeah, looks like
That's gonna
Penn
be it.
State cleaning up.
What a beautiful swing by Akioto to really flip that.
Yeah.
Alt advantage obviously already in their favor, but that is exactly what you need in that OT situation.
And Penn State will take Kings Row, and that'll even us at 1-1 in the series.
Exciting.
Alvernia not opting for a Zarya ban on that map. Looked like they were confident in their answer to it with the Ram comp. It was close, but Penn State come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, this might be like I'm expecting the map 5, whatever their ban philosophy is. They might just look to ban that Zarya the last map and force them onto the Mauga, which does look significantly weaker.
And we're going to be taking a quick break between maps 2 and 3 here. We'll see you back for the next round of Penn State and Alvernia. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going into map 3 of Alvernia and Penn State, tied 1-1. We are down one caster. Steven had to go to his VOD review for the University of Michigan, but I am still here with Blurs, and we are going into Esperanca. What will we be expecting? Do you think Penn State will still stick to the Zarya for this map, or do you think we'll see something different?
It looks like they have Bryson playing tank, so you may see a Mauga here.
I'm getting word from my production that they've banned Zarya, actually, so that was a dumb question from me. But here about 20 seconds, we'll see what their actual picks are. Esperanca's probably my favorite push map, but it's it's probably the one that places the most importance on winning that first fight, as these two dueling high grounds in the center of the map make it very difficult for the team that starts at a disadvantage to claw that back.
I think we'll see Alvernia here with the Zarya ban look to go Queen. Yeah.
Central.
The Queen double flex DPS. I like this. I think this will be good into the Mauga. Not a lot of targets for the Mauga to try and stomp on here, so...
No, stomp on or get a lot of that overhealth from. Not a big tank for you to... for Bryson to constantly shave off that overhealth, with Toad being both a pretty small hitbox and also really agile on the Junker Queen.
Interesting from Alvernia, we have a Kiri Juno backline, something that isn't as common as a few other backlines we see. They're gonna have to look to go fast here.
And Optimal back on the Genji. He's already spotted that Kiriko that Juno rather, taking a little bit of damage. Back to the front line, Toad is burning from that those Mauga shots, but is able to sneak back around the tower and find some cover. Set going on a flank.
The Mauga's in.
Big slam onto the back line.
But Juno is low. But Alvernia able to survive the hit.
Set still sticking
Set
to
on
this
the
flank.
Sojourn.
Lansing goes down to
goes
Toad,
down.
but Akioto also falls. Gusty able to find that one.
Sprig should go down. Yep, and that'll be Alvernia taking the first fight. I like how they play that. You just play to live the Mauga hit, and your DPS take a lot of angles.
Akioto making a quick swap onto the Tracer rather than the
I like the
Sojourn.
Tracer swap here.
So do I. It allows you to play at a bit more pace and gives Alvernia one less target to be able to rush onto. Toad holding this front over on this side, trying to prevent Penn State from getting an easy entry onto the point. Optimal is going to be ticking up. Toad going to be ticking up very close to the damage now.
But they're able to kite it again.
Toad's the first to his ultimate, toggling also with that orbital ray online. They're going to be looking to probably throw that out soon, and there it is. Quinn down early, Set able to find two, and that should be a quick cleanup for Alvernia. Bryson should go down here just now. Winston finds a quick exit kill, or Winston able to find an exit kill, but not enough to bring Alvernia back in this fight. That should be checkpoint for Alvernia as well.
Yeah, Akioto going over to the Cassidy. I like that. Allows you to mark the Venture, mark the Genji.
You do sacrifice a lot of mobility going off of the Tracer, but he feels it's worth it to more effectively deal with these flankers from Alvernia. Set with his ultimate, and Dragon Blade is coming up here in a second for Optimal. They're probably going to look to combo that with a rush. There's the rush now. Optimal with an early kill.
The Juno ult doesn't come out. That's the Juno Jax. It's a huge pick onto the Juno. It's going to be so costly for Penn State, as the bot is going to keep pushing.
And Optimal still holds on to his Dragon Blade. The only real danger to him is Big Bum with that rally for Penn State. But
Big Bum going to try to rally the Blade here, probably. You can look for a cage. There's not really much that that Alvernia can do about a cage, and the Mauga looks like he's going in.
Blade comes out now looking for that Juno, not able to
The
find it
rally
yet,
responds,
and this is
and
not
they will go
a
down.
great blade from Optimal. Winston able to find 3 with the Death Blossom as Bryson able to wrangle them all together in that Mauga cage. It's a costly fight for Penn State, but one they needed to win. They need to tick back up this meterage.
If you're Alvernia, though, you're happy with that. You use Blade, and you get Cage, Death Blossom, and Rally out there. And you push almost 100 meters. Now they'll be able to take a fight quick with the forward spawn.
Queen ult almost online for Toad. This is going to be close to a dry fight for both of these teams. Akioto almost to high noon, but not a super impactful ultimate in main thing. Akioto able to
goes
find
down.
Set, though. Unfortunately, he got stuck in the air after that dash.
Still fightable here for Alvernia, though.
And here comes the punch from Toad.
Toggling gets caught on the rotate, and Optimal, or Akioto will go down, rather. But that should be Penn State getting a clean fight win here. Just the Queen and the Kiri. Queen looks like she will go down, and Kiri too.
Optimal able to find a kill at the midpoint in that fight, but not enough to bring it back, as Penn State is still going to be able to keep pushing. They will not be able to get checkpoint before this next fight, and Alvernia will come in with the Queen ult and both support ults very close. Penn State still holding on to Akioto's high noon, and Big Bum will be coming up on a rally, as well as Quinn with that orbital ray. So it should be a pretty even fight here.
Quinn has the orbital ray advantage here by a few percent. I think that's what Penn State's going to look to take advantage of here. Although the Queen ult, there's no Suzu here, it can be so impactful.
They do contest the high noons out.
It's big, it hits. The Mauga's low. Can we take down the Mauga? No, the Mauga will live. Also, though.
Yeah, Bryson able to get healed back up. Wenson will teleport in. Rush out from Gusty. This is going to be all of Alvernia's solo. The Optimal whips out the blade at maybe 50 health. Doesn't look like he's able to find anything yet. Big Bum able to kill Optimal yet during that blade, as discussed, and that'll be a fight win for Alvernia, and they will push this back. Penn State stopped just before.
Kills.
They did. Penn State stopped just before this checkpoint.
cage
Winston
under the
is,
Queen.
Bryson committing this cage.
They have enough damage to take her down, though.
It doesn't seem like it.
Bryson is low.
Bryson, they
get
do
kills
end
here.
up getting those kills, not on the Queen, but on the Queen's two
Bryson could get
helpers
traded
there.
here. Just stabilize here and clean up. Bryson fully
push back in here.
Although Winston goes down. I don't know how that happened.
Extremely scrappy fight here between those two teams. Toad is canceled out of his next Carnage. That's a huge, big whip and kill from Big Bum there.
Yeah, that the whip bash against the wall perk coming in huge for Penn State there.
Coming into this next fight, Penn State is going to look to win. Upon winning this fight, they'll be able to take the lead. Akioto with a high noon, and it's going no ults on the side of Alvernia.
Quinn almost coming up on that orbital
he's
ray.
able to find
With the
toggling.
Juno going down, that's huge. The Queen. So Winston will go down.
They
Getting
do able to
trades,
find
but
the orbital
Juno is
ray,
out here.
and that is going to probably be a fight win for Penn State here. Optimal goes down, and that is going to be Penn State taking the lead here. They'll tick up to close to 110 meters, and they do have a rally coming online. Closest ult for Alvernia, they will have a rush, and they will have Optimal's Dragon Blade, which thus far has been pretty stifled by Big Bum's Brigitte.
Yeah, and Big Bum will have the rally for that blade when it comes online. When the rush comes out, but they're just able to kite it.
Excellent play as soon as
Although
if
Winston
Winston's
gets
able to
stuck
get out, but he's
behind.
not, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like Penn State are going to fall back here. They can take a fight before they get forward removed here at the center.
Big play from Set, nice damage. It
Forces the
forces
rally.
rally out. This could be the chance for Optimal to find value with this blade as soon as the rally goes down. He's waiting for it.
Set going to go in with the Tectonic Shock, find Big Bum, and they might not even need the blade here.
No.
Oh, big hinder, though, to prevent Set from going underground.
Oh,
Oh, and
and
then
the-
Death Blossom takes out the blade.
Blade into the Death Blossom, and Optimal is disintegrated. Wanston goes down shortly after, but it's not going to matter. Penn State with a big fight win.
Yeah, Penn State are just making big plays, shutting down ult. Big Bum canceling the Queen ult earlier, and then this fight, Wanston taking down the Dragon Blade.
Optimal decides he's had enough of trying to make that Dragon Blade work. He's back over onto the Sojourn.
Yeah, and Gusty's gonna go over onto the Brig.
Orbital Ray in from toggling.
Try to
This is
play
going to
more
be a big,
brawling.
and they kite it again. This is really good from Penn State.
Yeah, and everybody will get out this time. And the Cage.
Cage not able to find anything that's pretty big. Quinn go
The Ray
low,
comes
but the
out.
Orbital Ray is
Oh.
able to save his life. Toad and Gusty go down.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna clean up the Cage. And yeah, Penn
Excellent.
State gonna get some more progress here.
Really, really good from Penn State. They use that cage and are able to get the rest of the members of Alvernia to try to get in and save the members that are and it looks like Optimal's going to get staggered here. That's really, really bad. Penn State's going to close in on full completing this map. Toad commits the Carnage, and that hits 3 members of Penn State.
Kyoto will go down, but Toad is so low, it's gonna go down to the Mauga.
Nakioto had High Noon active and wasn't able to find anybody with it. It is an even fight here, but Alvernia is down their tank. Looking for the Juno now is Optimal.
These supports are stuck in the corner here. Looks like they're gonna be able to get out.
Everybody's still able to fight this. Set's going to commit this. Ooh, he doesn't want to go all the way in with that. He could have lost his life there. Finds over back to main. Still not able to find much with it, and he will go
Solo's gonna
down.
go down. Well, it's a big kill. They may be able to stabilize with that. It doesn't look like it. It looks like Penn State are going to clean up and full cap here. Wanston with the Death Blossom.
Another Death Blossom from Wanston, and that Optimal hot overclock is not going to be enough, as Penn State will full complete Esperanca and go up 2-1 in this series.
And for Penn State, that is huge because they got the Zarya ban out of the way, their favorite character to play, and now Alvernia are going to have to win 2 maps into the Zarya. So Penn State looking really good here. Penn State just had a couple of big plays that won them pivotal fights, and
Really, really good, and we'll be going into map 4 shortly. We're going to be taking a quick break before then. We'll see you guys in a minute. Hello, everybody. Going back into map 4 of Penn State and Alvernia in this losers round 3. They are going to be heading over to Circuit Royale. What do you think we're going to be seeing on this map here, Seamus?
It's interesting because we have Ram and Symmetra bands coming out. So it looks like Wanston is on tank, I think. So probably a Zarya from Penn State. Not sure what Alvernia's plan is going to be into the Zarya, seeing as the Ram is banned, and that was their answer on King's Row when Zarya last came out. Maybe a Sigma, and try to play a more pokey style.
Well, play the classic Circuit Royale composition.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good that comp is anymore. Looks like maybe that's what they'll be running out on.
Looks like they're coming out on it now, yes. Optimal probably going to the Widow for an opening shot, but on Circuit could be an entire map-long thing.
It looks like Penn State is going to play their classic Zarya comp here with...
I'd like to see some Widow plays.
Yeah. See some nice shots coming out. They have some very skilled hit scan players, so I'm sure we'd get a few pretty shots.
And it will be the Wanston Zarya coming up to this front corner here.
And I'm curious to the Venture, interesting pick here on Circuit.
I think it might be more of a comfort thing for Set, picking out. Ooh, almost able to find that shot onto Bryson. And it does look like Optimal will be sticking with the Widow. Gusty going over to the Zenyatta. This is a more kind of classic Circuit Royale poke sniper composition into the Penn State Zarya.
Yeah, and it looks like Penn State are not going to bother with this high ground into the Widow. They're just going to give up all this space here, play the corner. I like that decision. You can look for Maywalls on the Sig. Zarya is strong here.
Grapple up now, looking for the shot onto the back line. Sees the Ana here.
Ooh, the Ana's jaywalking. Oh, big sleep.
A nice sleep out from Big Bum, and a double drill on the Set on that Kyoto.
They're gonna get traded, but it looks like Alvernia is gonna get the kills here and wipe, and that's just gonna be first. That's the disadvantage of giving up all that space. You get one fight instead of two. Nobody gonna be able to touch, and yeah, that'll be Alvernia capping.
Easy first point cap here for Alvernia. And Toad trying to push forward onto this Zarya here, but he's going to find it difficult, as Sigma is going to do into a Zarya. Gonna wait for the rest of his team to come around here. Big anti coming up from Big Bum onto Toad. They're not going to be able to capitalize, but it forces Alvernia to take more of a passive stance.
Yeah, it's going to give Penn State some space here.
Grapple shot from Optimal, not able to find much. Good attempt on the wall from Bryson, but Set is able to get out with that ridiculous Venture mobility. Rock doesn't land, the bubble is still up.
It's both bubbles from Zarya, so maybe they can look to burn here.
Yeah, and Toad is able to find
going down. That's going to have to be the strategy from Alvernia here. Try to force the bubbles, get the Discord on the Zarya, and just burn her. And they do it well that time.
Looking towards the alt fights here, Alvernia with a distinct advantage. They're going to have all 5 coming up, and especially placing importance on Toad's Gravitic Flux. Only thing he has to worry about is that Sleep Dart from Big Bum. Otherwise, this Flux is going to be pretty free.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a Nano Zarya here from Penn State. Toad may try to look to Flux that, or could try to go more offensively here. Yeah, just going to Flux the Zarya.
Straight in onto the Zarya. There's the Nano, the Sleep Dart comes out, there it is. And Penn State's able to find 2 kills outside of that. Akioto onto Set, and Wanston finding 2, including Toad. Excellent play from Big Bum there.
Yeah, and Penn State are going to stabilize here, only having to use the Nano. Huge fight win from them.
Positive side for Alvernia, though, they only used that Gravitic Flux before that fight turned against them, so they do still have 4 ultimates coming up here. Grapple shot from Optim. Will he find anything? No. Good positioning from Big Bum to stay out of line of sight there.
Oh,
and
Quinn
Gusty
goes down.
is able to find
That's
Quinn.
huge. You can push with orbital advantage here.
The grab comes out, but Winston's not going to be able to capitalize on that himself, as the Transcendence is able to keep everybody on Alvernia hale and healthy, and that should be a cleanup. The Blizzard thrown in from Bryson
I would have to think that'd be a swap. Oh, but there's going to be a kill coming out here.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to...
Akioto.
Akioto takes 2, but it's not going to do much, and that will be a swap from Bryson. Good.
Onto the Torb. I like this. Makes it harder for the Venture to take angles here. And Optimal gonna go over to the Soj. I like that also. This third point not as open. Harder for Widow to get value, especially on attack.
Both bubbles out from
Toad's
Bryson, but he's
low.
able
The
to
shield
take some
goes down.
offense.
But Toad able to get out.
Able to find Winston, able to find Optimal. That orbital ray from Quinn doing serious work, and they're gonna push all the way up to this doorway. Not as far as going into Alvernia's spawn, but a good fight, a good hold for Penn State. 4 minutes left to go in this offense.
Winston is able to get a lot of value with the nano and the orbitals. Oh, but
Speaking
he goes
of,
down there.
Optimal able to find him. And
Big Bum
Toad
gonna
takes
go
out
down
Big
here.
Bum,
That
the
should
orbital
just be
ray
a
from toggling,
clean
coming
fight win.
in.
Akioto may go down late here. Have to be careful. It looks like they're going to be able to live.
Yeah, Quinn able to keep him up. Quinn himself going down to half, but should be fine here. Optimal looking for a shot on that left-hand side, but not able to get a shot onto the enemy Sojourn.
Venture in the back line. The Torp turret doing a lot of work. Just preventing the Venture from peeking as much.
Bubbles out from
Oh,
Winston. He's
Winston
able
able
to
to kite
dodge. Able to dodge the flux, and Optimal onto Akioto. The nano boost out onto Winston. That nano Zarya very, very scary.
that's
Alvernia trying to kite this out, but it's not going to happen. Gusty goes down, and that should be another hold here for Penn State.
Yeah, Winston able to recognize the strategy to burn them and doing a good job playing cleverly to avoid that.
Alvernia coming back in here on the attack. Akioto holding that pool on Sojourn, able to find a good angle for some charge shots. Optimal's going to have to contest him from a lower angle, or Zet
Looks
coming
like
along on the
Zed's gonna
flank.
Try to mark it. The
Grab out
is
from
coming
Winston.
in.
It's
The Trank
good,
is there.
but the Transcendence is there. And Optimal with the overclock.
Low.
Counter overclock in from
Akioto goes
Akioto,
down
but
in
dies.
overclock.
A big rock from Toad, and he's able to find two. Winston able to get the equalizer onto the enemy tank, though. This Zarya has to go down if Alvernia wants to kin this map, and Toggling's orbital ray will ensure that Winston returns to the Penn State spawn room. Looking really good for Alvernia now. They're looking to complete this map. Bryson with a molten core trying to hold it.
Enough.
But Sets Venture able to pick up two and clean up this round for Alvernia.
Liked what I saw from Alvernia. They were able to catch the Zarya out with no bubbles a couple times, win some fights there. That's going to be their win condition. They have to be careful here, playing on the defense, not to just get run over by the Zarya, because that will be Penn State's win condition, and it happened a couple of times from here. It's going to be, I think that strategy is going to work better for them on attack, where they can try to set the tempo more.
Yeah, you've got to think Penn State's betting on a much stronger time bank here with the Zarya on offense.
Yeah.
They get that charge rolling, it's going to be very difficult for Alvernia to stand up to it. Especially, they are looking like they're going to stick with this Sigma composition.
Yeah. Alvernia, no reason to swap. Their comp worked pretty well. They're just going to have to be careful, because this Zarya comp can really get rolling, and you win a fight or two, it can get real snowbally real fast. So
The Hashimoto are
Big
a
Bum
massive
gonna
force, with a lot more firepower than a gang of kids.
yeah.
Definitely not on, I think.
I think you need to start.
Could see a
fighting
Juno
smarter.
coming out here from Big Bum, but it seems like Quinn is the Juno player. And that will be the Ana. And we have a Pharah swap here from Bryson.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. Nobody really able to mark the Pharah that well.
Optimal maybe can when he builds up a charge shot, but that's not going to be incredibly. It's not going to be.
Consistent.
It's not going to be often enough to.
Ooh, Gusty trapped in that room.
A couple more rockets will do him in, but
He's able to live.
Able to live. Bryson shifts focus. Bryson looked really good on the Pharah on King's Row, so I really like this
Set.
adaptation from Penn State. Set
Barely
almost
gets
goes
out.
down, but able to get out.
Looks like now they're going to kite and try to play this corner.
Bryson
going
falling
low.
Akioto's
Optimal
able to find that.
overextends there a little bit. The rest of his team is backing.
Optimal likely trying to get that finisher onto Bryson, but
He breathes a little bit there.
and he will swap onto the Ashe to, I think, more effectively deal with this Pharah from
Yeah,
Bryson.
it's a good swap. I like that. It looks like they're going to be able to stabilize in time to get a full fight, 5v5 fight here.
Lanston ticking up to full charge now. Set over on the left-hand flank will go to touch the point and now move to bother this Zarya.
Yeah, and they're close to Junewall here. If they can hold on. 90%
Akioto falls. Optimal able to find a good defensive pick there, and that one kill instantly causing Penn State to have to back up. They're losing their main consistent source of damage in the Sojourn.
Well, Wayne's just going to stay here. You have to be very careful. No bubbles. Couldn't get burned here.
They're going to try to, but the Suzu is there as well as the
look for a
big
grab.
burst healing from Big Bum. The grab is
No trade
nice.
yet. And that's huge. I like that from Wanston. You know that the Zen is about to have Trank, so go fast with the grab. Well, it's still a brawl here, but yeah, that is going to be Penn State capping. They use 3 ults for 1, but the 1 ult is Junewall, and you cap the point, so I'm fine with over-ulting here. I think most teams are. Just get that guaranteed extra time on the board.
And Alvernia will be coming in with Toad's Gravitic Flux here, as I was talking about in the first round. The only really thing he has to worry about is this Sleep Dart from Big Bum.
Yeah, we could see an offensive nano onto the Zarya, or perhaps a defensive nano into the Flux. As Toad's probably going to look for the Zarya here once the bubbles are burned.
I'm looking towards Akioto with maybe a nano overclock here.
It's 1 bubble. Probably going to
2 up. Iana's up too. The bubbles are nice from Lanston, but he gives up his own life in order to save his Ana, and that's not going to result in a fight win for Penn State, as Toad is able to walk forward and clean up the rest of this fight.
That's a good job by Toad there to also catch the Ana. I think if it's just the Zarya, I think we would have seen a nano come out there, but the Ana also getting pulled up is a little bit too much pressure for Penn State to handle, so they're just going to give up that fight. And now we'll probably see an offensive nano Zarya here. Gusty will have Trank though for it.
Yes. And Akioto set finally on that flank, finding some value, getting Akioto out early, and that's going to force Penn State to back up. The overclock is not on field any longer. They might still try to fight this with the Nano Zarya, though I wouldn't recommend it. Winston is sticking around. Bob out from Optimal. They do. There's the Nano Zarya, and the Trank is too late to save him.
But they're going to get a trade out on the Big Bum. That is huge. It's going to stop Penn State's momentum. Akioto won. Set goes down, but Alvernia looks like they're going to win that fight. Wanston too low to engage.
Not all too bad for Penn State, though. They will still hold an ultimate advantage going into this next fight. Toad and Set both pretty close to theirs, but not going to, if this fight goes fast, not going to get them in time. Bryson coming in with a barrage, Akioto with an overclock, and Winston still with a grab.
Toad going down. That is not good. No ults even needed for that. Now the Zarya is just going to be able to play in that choke. So impressive.
Set trying to delay as much as he can for Toad to get back, but
I like that.
And they will, Alvernia will be able to get a full fight in here for this defense, I think.
The card is so close, though. We may just see a C9 grab.
And there's the grab barrage by Penn State, really effective.
A couple of trades coming out.
Oh, huge! Optimal and Set, the DPS for Alvernia fighting back in this fight, but that
2v2.
The rush from Quinn combined with Wanston's high charge still in Zarya is going to ensure that Penn State doesn't get that fight turned on them. And we're going to have a pause here requested by Penn State, so a bit of a technical problem. We'll be coming right back after this short break. Actually, we're going to stay here for a little bit. For 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Going to break here in just a minute. We'll be right back after this pause is complete.
And the pause has been resolved. We are back.
Penn State just capping point 2. They've got about 2 minutes 45 to try to complete the rest of this map. Alvernia, Toad with another gravitic flux coming up. He's going to look to send that in pretty soon.
Penn State not even close to any ults here, so it's going to be tough for them to try and snowball this.
Trying to fight over the control of the
Although
staircase.
Set goes a little
Set's
bit
going to
too far.
fall. High charge from Winston, and Set doesn't have the cooldowns to be able to get out of that. Penn State with a big advantage coming in here. Winston and Quinn pushing up on the side toward Pool. Optimal,
Optimal going
he's gonna go down. A big volley.
This is what Penn State need if they want to push the momentum here. Alvernia just staggering out, and it looks like Toad's going to go down as well. This is not good for Alvernia whatsoever.
One by one they fall. Set going down to try to delay the card as much as he can, but that's only going to be for another few seconds. And he will fall? Yes, he will fall.
And now we're approaching Nano and Grav for PSU.
That ult
Gusty
situation.
goes down 95 to Trank. That is huge. Nothing for the Grav now.
And it will go in, and
Yeah.
Penn State is going to complete this map.
Just need to burn the Bob and maybe a Venture to cheer. That is huge. Penn State just coming up with several enormous picks. That Zen going down 95 to Trank is huge there. Would have had the Trank for the Grav.
Alvernia just staggered themselves out a little too much. That whole remainder of point 3 was just one death after the other.
And Alvernia here, they need to keep a strong mental. Losing a third point like that would be can be very tilting, but they have a time bank advantage here.
Yes, they do.
Their tournament life depends on these next few rounds going well for them.
Penn State going to be going on the offense first. We're going to see this Zarya composition again. Probably not going to have any changes being made. Bryson still... I'd imagine Bryson would still stick to the Pharah, but the Mei is also an option, trying to find those walls. If you can wall off the Sigma, especially.
Oh, back over onto the Pharah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. No Tracer, actually.
It's time to save the rally.
Who knows? It's too hard to tell.
You remind me of
Alvernia, meanwhile, sticking over onto the composition they've been running with that Juno Zen backline. Optimal on the Sojourn. Set sticking with his classic Venture pick. He's been great on it all tournament.
Then it looks like PSU will roll out on the familiar comp.
Set holding this flank is going to look to find a nice boop off to anyone that comes up this side staircase, but it doesn't look like anyone from Penn State is going to be taking that particular space. So he may just be holding for, and Bryson finds him out.
Looks like they're gonna try to start owning car here, and they're gonna back to the corner. Like that, waste a
Alvernia-
little bit of time.
Alvernia giving them space at least to the archway. Set still holding
Huge
along
pick
that
on
corner, but
Optimal.
Akioto finds that pick onto his opposite number, and Winston's able to walk onto toggling. Winston already at really high charge.
Toad and Gusty have to be really careful here not to get staggered, but they should be fine here. Lots of distance between them and the Zarya.
Alvernia's going to have an opportunity to take another full fight here. However, the ultimates are slightly in favor of the Penn State supports. Big Bum is going to be finding himself at 60% to his nano boost, which is going to be going right onto Winston Zarya probably as soon as it gets ticked up.
But to start, it's going to be a no ult fight.
Suzu is out.
Toad is low. Toad's going to go down.
Big anti-nade from Big Bum results in Toad falling low.
They
Set
have
falls
to try
soon
to find
after.
a trade on the Zarya, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
No, that Zarya's going to stay hale and
Bad
healthy.
news for Alvernia.
Fall in on me.
Losing that fight in the way they did, and having Penn State with a basically not, they built up all their ults. They didn't have to use any of them to close out that point. They're going to have Nano Zarya whenever they choose to use it, or even a Nano Overclock once Akioto builds to his own ultimate.
The rush as well.
Rush is going to be very good to open. Gusty does not have trends yet, but probably will build it before this fight gets started fully.
Alvernia are hoping for a big orbital ray here, toggling at 95%. Might just rip it as soon as it comes.
There's the Nano Zarya, the grab
it's
in,
a
catches
huge grab,
3. It's
though.
enormous. Both supports as well as Optimal in the backline getting caught there. Gusty not able to build trans in time, and the rush comes in to close it out. Akioto still holding on to that overclock, and Bryson's barrage is coming up soon.
And they may just be able to cap second off of this. These overtime spawns are really hurting Alvernia here. Sig just respawning. I think they're probably just going to give it up. Yeah, it looks like they will.
They're not going to be able to touch. Well, the ultimate has finally swapped in favor of Alvernia. Flux out early from Toad, not able to find anything, unfortunately, and the overclock is in from Akioto. Gusty with the trans to counter, trying to keep his team up, but that means Bryson's barrage is about to come in without anything really to stop it. Bob in from Optimal, trying to
It's a
keep.
good Bob.
It is a good Bob, good in the corner, but they're going to burn it pretty
burned.
quickly. Barrage is in from Bryson, not able to find anything but Wanston.
Toad able to use the grasp to absorb that, and it looks like Alvernia will stop the push there, but
Incredibly effective push from Penn State.
TSU getting all the way on to third. That is going to be tough for Alvernia to match. They have 2 minutes, though. We'll see what they can do.
They did have a better offense originally than Penn State on their first attack, but you have to think Penn State will make some adaptations to better prepare for what Alvernia is going to throw at them.
Yes, Penn State look like they have figured out how to play into this Sigma comp. Wanston has not been getting burned early like they were in the attack for Alvernia, so a Reinhardt? I don't think we're gonna roll out on that. You never know though. Bryson on the Tracer. Bryson just likes trying to trick
He likes
us.
swapping. He likes
Yeah.
swapping, but I think he's gonna. Oh,
You never know. Oh,
he is sticking with the Torb. Okay.
yeah, I like that. You can control these angles on defense, especially effective into the venture. Toad on the Rhine, I could maybe see this working.
I don't know. I don't think he. I mean, if they're expecting the Zarya from Wanston, it might not be a bad thing. And he's gonna stick with it.
Can,
All right, let's see this.
the Reinhardt can shield off the Zarya value and is a lot harder to run over,
Yes.
but it's gonna struggle into all of these angles that yes you're gonna have. Wanston gets both bubbles forced early, but looks like they'll be able to stabilize.
It's just going to be a slow and steady push here is what Alvernia is going for. Reinhardt trying to just shield off whatever damage the Zarya can do. Ooh, and Akioto falling low, but Set not able to find that final pick. Or the final bit of damage. Set now going in, trying to find some damage onto the Penn State backline.
Set's
He's
in
being
trouble
found
here.
out though, that is
It's a little bit
really-
overly aggressive.
And Akioto with a nice shot onto Optimal. Penn State quickly turning away the first offensive effort from Alvernia.
Yep, and
Toggling is going to have this orbital ray. That's going to be the thing that Alvernia really needs to find some breakthrough on this offense. It's going to come up before any of Penn State's ultimates have a chance to impact this fight.
play for orbital ray, and then we orbital ray around this corner.
Optimal doing some good janitorial work, taking out that turret. Akioto almost finding a shot under
Here it
Bryson, but
goes.
is able to get out here. The orbital ray drops in. Penn State does their best to kite
So-
this.
oh,
Set's able
big
to
grab.
The Suzu's huge as well. Keeping
Trains come out, but oh, that's a big shrink. Maybe can we kill the Zarya here?
doesn't
Oh,
seem
no.
likely. The Nano comes
Nano
out.
comes out.
Anti on the Toad.
and oof,
Alvernia
does
will
Alvernia
fall.
even get a touch here?
Optimal's onto the Tracer to try to get there in time, but he's got 5 seconds
I
and
don't
only
see
3
anybody.
blinks. And it's not going to get there. Penn State will close out this match and they will move on. Alvernia, unfortunately, will be heading home. A great effort in this tournament, but Penn State ultimately closing out this match 3-1.
That Zarya comp that they are so known for really showing through here on circuit. As you see Wanston with the play of the game. Just this Nano Zarya is so effective. Just so much damage at high charge that Winston always seems to be at. And it's a well-earned victory for Penn State there.
All right, and we will see you guys with the next match here in a minute. Thank you very much.